Hello and welcome to the Mobius Archives. This is your host Mobius Rex, and we are playing our Refugee to Regent challenge using Minecraft 1.10.2 plus a whole bunch of mods. Alright, we are back in our base today. I've been doing a little bit of digging around, a little bit of redesigning, just trying to figure out a good design that we want to use in this place. So I am going for a nice little balcony up here. We're going to have a north wing, that's this building we're standing on, and a south wing over there. They both have more or less the same design right now. The center part, I think I'm going to change into being maybe a courtyard or something like that. I was originally planning on turning this into a bedroom, but I think we'll have the bedrooms on top of these buildings here on the second floor that we're standing on here. Now this floor in between, this floor in between, that's going to be our utility floor. So this is going to be where our wiring and stuff is. Our servants can go in between floors, that way get around the house. This probably is not going to be the back. We're probably going to extend into the forest a little bit more. Although I think the forest itself is encroaching on us. I don't think this tree was here too long ago. If we could cut it down at all. Wow, okay. That was a horrible chop. You and and you. There we go. All right. Today, I think it's time for our servants. Okay, stop that. Our servants to start getting some housing. I built out the kitchen on this side here. Just popped it out. I think it needs to go a couple more blocks, but we have all our bee houses and apiaries. Aviaries? Apiary? Apiaries there. So we'll pop that out a little bit. I don't know. It seems a little close to the tower, so we might even move it back some as well. But for now, that works. So I think what we would have is a servant's entrance around the side here. So it would be surreptitiously hidden. So we would go in, and if I'm planning to move the kitchen, I'm probably moving the kitchen at least 3 blocks back. So let's plan on having the kitchen come up to this point. And if I had room in my inventory, that would help. So like I was saying, we are probably going to end up pumping out the kitchen to there. And it's probably going to come back at least 3 more. Yeah, I think that'll work. That'll give 6 inside. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 inside. So this will probably be the outer limit of the kitchens, which we move everything around. So that means that the kitchen will start actually back here. Like that. And we'll just do that for now. Does that feel right? Yeah. We'll make the kitchens larger. Something like that. So our kitchens are going to be quite a bit larger. I think it's at least double size of the kitchen that we have right now. So that means I'm going to have to move everything around there. But I think I'll keep that and then surreptitiously have an entrance for the rest of the servants down the side. So let's go ahead and get the wall made out here. Thought it was already night. Night seems to come fast these days. And why do I have a torch here? Doesn't matter. So we'll have the main entrance to the building. I have that little front door. I guess it's front door. I have a door. It's at the front, or what I consider the front, which is west? Yeah, it is west. That we use right now. Yeah, I'm trying to keep all our flowers and plants and stuff like that in here as we gather them so we don't get too confused with everything around us. And we still have them around just in case we want them for whatever reason. Like they could be turned into dyes, they could just be used in decorations and stuff like that. So as needed, keep them around. Alright, so the kitchen base probably going to be like this. I've been having the stone wall at the bottom of this construction and having smooth stone above that. Let's just keep that up. But now we're going downstairs, and we're going to give us, it doesn't have to be too big a path. So what I'm thinking is just like, come down here. Come on. Silly thing. Gonna need it to be at least 3 deep. I want it to be 5 deep. So this is getting down into our servants' quarters. Or servants' areas underneath the building. So this is a whole upstairs, downstairs type scenario. I wasn't planning to doing this like this before, but I think it works with this manor house that we have here. And so we're going to need something more substantial than dirt underneath the building. So I was thinking, instead of just regular bricks, and instead of chiseling them up, we're going to be using sandy bricks. So let's take a look at what these look like. There's a couple, actually. There's this sandy brick, which is sand and bricks. There's a red sandy brick, which actually doesn't look bad. That, I think, is red sand and bricks. And these sandy bricks, which is just bricks and sand. So let's make up a stack of that. We have an entire desert to dig up if we want to. See how that looks. And we'll just make... Oh, it's getting dark now. Make a pillar here. So here's sandy brick type 2. And this is from Railcraft. That's not bad. I'm going to go grab some... I am going to go grab some red sand, see what we can do. We'll grab one of our trusty steeds. Gonna grab one of our trusty steeds here and grab some red sand. I actually, off camera, built a nice little bridge connecting us to this landmass here. Added those lanterns that we found. Someone else has mentioned another lantern that's just like iron and coal, but I don't have that particular mod installed just yet. Alright, we got a few stacks of sand. It turns into not a bad color brick. Let's just turn that like that. That's not bad. Alright. I guess it comes down to, what do I feel like making? There is, of course, just sandstone brick. That's something we haven't considered yet. And limestone brick. That might be a possibility. We do have a fair bit of limestone kicking around. Alright, so we have our choices now. Whew. So, red sandy brick, I'm going to say no. It's a little bit too dark for underneath. The sandy brick from Railcraft is okay. Sandy brick from Quarks, again, okay, but not quite what I'm looking for. Sandstone, that actually looks really good. But then again, so does limestone. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with limestone. It's a little bit more exotic, I don't want to say. I think it should be a little bit more common for what we want. Plus, we have options. So let me just take some of that back. Because with chisel, which is a brilliant mod, we can do lots of different stuff. Trodden bricks and dents and other assorted cracked bricks and things like that. So we're going to try to make use of it. There's even this limestone from quark, which we can do other stuff with. It doesn't have quite the same color, but it allows us to get more of the other limestone and maybe do more with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hollow out this place, at least under this building, and we'll get our first set of servants' quarters set up. Just been doing a little bit of digging. Whoa, excuse me. Just trying to figure out where to sink the anchors, basically where to figure out the edges. Where'd that glove go? The edges of our building here. So what I do, and I of course have just put everything away. There we go, limestone big tile, because that's what I'm using here. And shovel is not broken. Good, because that would have been a big mistake. So just find out where the corners are and just dig down just a little bit. Just like that. And just anchor the whole base of the thing. So when we have stone supports, it can actually support up to 16 blocks away. Now nothing here is actually 16 blocks away. But yeah, it's a good rule of thumb to keep to. And I did... Is this a corner? Yeah, that's a corner. I'm thinking, is that a corner I want to keep? So something I've been thinking about doing is on the corners, instead of doing just a single pillar like we have in older builds, maybe in this one we have a pillar that's more like this. Except not like that up there. Do I have? Of course I don't. I want brick, and there we go. Alright, so I was thinking about having every corner be effectively 2 wide. So this entire wall on this side is a little too tight for that. But there we at least have a little bit of detail, so I would need to bump this out 1. And that might not be bad. Because, like I said, this isn't completely done, so we could probably just get away with bumping this out 1 more. Get a little bit of this appetite here as well. Bumping this out 1 more so that we keep something of an aesthetically pleasing look over here. So, just like that. Conveniently have 1 more brick. And so have something like that. So on the internal corners, we'll have a nice big limestone tile. In external corners, we will have... No, I did that wrong. External corners, we will have double. So here, and I don't have just enough, a little bit more than enough to get that corner there. So we'll have that on internal corners and that on the outside corners of walls. So we'll go ahead and change up all these walls here. To see what I'm starting to do is just getting an entire feeling of what's under the north wing here, so that we can put in basically housing for all our servants. Now I do have issues with this because there's really no light. So if we are to put housing here, is the only place that really seems livable. Just add a little bit of window here and close off, add a private wall here. And maybe that'll be good enough for a little bit until we expand the place, because I think on the south side here, I think I will end up keeping the drops here, and so we can have a little bit more like windows on this side. There's a little bit more of a drop on this side, so this gives us a little bit more room to play with as far as windows go. I'm only going to be working on the north side today, though, the entire building will have to be done eventually, but only the north side today. So we'll go ahead and make at least one. We can turn this into one big room to house everybody, and so they can have that window and let's say, whoa, hello, a window here. That'll be something, and then grab that. On the west, we can actually probably add, this is right under the 750 sub box. So maybe if we terraform, right? If we terraform, we don't need anything right in front of here. Yeah, we could just drop this down a bit, drop the hill down, and add the very minimal just a wall here so that they can have at least a one high window in the basement. The other question that comes is what to do about the ceiling. So we have kind of like a floor right above us that'll have to be sorted out. You can see how I've been a little bit cheaty. This is Minecraft. Stuff flies. Stuff flies in the air when you really don't need real supports to it. But, so we could fix up the ceiling with another block on top. So, basically make another solid block here. We can use chisel bits to put a thin layer block, giving us a lot of headspace. We can dig down. I kind of like having... Yeah, I kind of like having a full 4-high ceiling. So if we do choose to put a block here, this will be a little bit tight for me. A little bit tight. But I think I do want to have a full block between this layer and the next layer. Do I? Yes, there was a reason for this. And that's so we can hang lanterns from the ceiling. Like that. I don't think that'll work on chiseled bits. We could try. Alright, so we'll just put a pane of this. Just like up here. And then try putting the lantern on it. And we can't. Oops. So we need to have a full block up there. And I don't think it'll look particularly well. Let's go ahead and chisel a full pane of this. Ah, keep on doing that. We couldn't do what right above this lantern, which would make this look really funny. And that's not particularly good enough for me. So, I think what we do is we drop this floor down one, at least one more. So we'll be like... So you come in, you come down these stairs, and then you come down at least one more stair to have a nice another floor, and maybe 2 stairs, I'm thinking. Well, let's see. The question is, do I want a service floor underneath that floor? And the answer might be yes. So what I mean by a service floor is someplace, because we know that we're going to need to do wiring. But maybe that's not what we planned for. So we will need to do wiring eventually once we have electricity and power. But what I think is we'll finish this up before we get to the redstone stage. We're in the current Iron City? What the hell is it? It's Diamond City, Iron Village. And sometime in the Iron Village, we get to the Redstone expansion. Redstone expansion allows us to start working on redstone stuff and technology. Whereas the Iron just lets us work with your basic Minecraft stuff, but using iron. All right, that's the differentiation I'm using with it. So if we assume we have no knowledge whatsoever of electricity, wiring, and whatnot, then this second floor here is completely unnecessary. Right, because we don't know about it. We're not going to be doing wiring or anything like that. And so we'll have to make in the Diamond City stage, which kind of follows with my pattern so far. In the Diamond City stage, we'll have to make an entirely new building to live in because this one will have like old designs and it will have like wiring done, but it's going to be kind of like unplanned wiring. It'll be like old houses that have been retrofitted for wiring. I think I could go with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have this up here and just one layer down instead of two. And then just comes down to what blocks do we want for a ceiling. And maybe I'm thinking oak. This pattern is going to be completely different from upstairs. Upstairs we're going to have this nice stone. Down here, the floor will be something different. Maybe the floor will be oak. And the ceiling, instead of being limestone, what do we have? Let's see. Do I feel good about this? It's all about feelings, right? I want something else. Alright, let's grab these. Take a stack of these. This isn't going to be for the ceiling. I think we're going to use this for our flooring. And we'll just try this planked look. To get a new chisel now. But if it's going to be one down, just to give us a nice ceiling, I think this planked look will do fine. Yeah. We'll have stairs coming down here, planks all across the floor. Now the question is what to do about the ceiling. It won't be stone. It'll be probably some type of wood because we're a little bit cheaper. I'm thinking a birch. Birch. There's a Sakura. Oh, maybe Sakura. Oh, that's Silverbell. Because I want it kind of light, give us a little bit more of a feeling of height, especially in contrast to the oak planks. Yeah, let's do Sakura ceiling, oak floor, and we're going to have limestone walls. All right, let's go with that.
All right, we are running into overtime here. Just giving a little bit of an update of what we have done. We built out this little stepwell using quark limestone bricks. Coming into our building here, let's go ahead and give this, that's not going to give us a door. A door. Whoops. Construction issues. And let's do it like that. And we could, of course, put down a little pressure plate here so that we can get in and out. Now we have this room here, which I think will be very good for the barracks. And what's happening to my blocks? They're there, you can see the ghost, but they're not there. How weird. And that cute. There we go. That's very weird. Maybe I need to restart. Anyway, this is the underground here. This goes all the way to the front. But I think we'll get some barracks set up. Yeah, block placement is not particularly happy right now. Let's toss a door in there. Now this is the barracks. This is our personal guard. I'm not expecting to have any more than 4 inside our main base at any one time. So I'm thinking just like that. And like that. And we'll give them a little bit of oak chests. Just at the foot of their beds. Now I wish we actually had some like foot lockers that were the size of these, like half height and like only a quarter here, but we don't. That would be ideal, I think. But that is our barracks. And that's good. Might as well do a little bit of touch up here as well. Just get some windows here. There is some daylight when it is day. Alright, this has been Mobius Rex from Mobius Archives. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, leave us a like, leave us a comments and suggestions. Back with you next time. Have a good day and a wonderful night. Bye-bye.